Hey everybody, how you doing? I'm just getting a quick workout in, but as I was reading the update about 23 hours ago, the commissioner of the NBA, Adam Silver, said that he didn't give a standard press conference where he took questions, but what he did say, according to Brian Windhorst of ESPN and on his podcast, was that it's Seattle and Las Vegas for NBA expansion. So that closes out my idea that the Oakview Group is going to go after the Warriors and try to get them to leave Chase Center and come into their $10 billion complex or $10 billion finance complex. I see no reason that would hold, but given that Joe Lacob has a close relationship with a number of people with the Oakville Group, the question remains, is he going to be part of that ownership team for the Las Vegas expansion? I'm told there are a number of people, as I understand it, and probably you do too, that are involved in trying to bring an NBA team to Las Vegas. There are a lot of them. Now, what a lot means is sometimes it means a lot could mean four groups, right? But I don't know the answer to that. I don't know the number to that and what that looks like. What I do know is that, let's put the knowns on the table. They've got land, they've got two investors, and this is where it really comes down to the untold story of the Oakview Group versus the Allnet Arena Group. Now, Allnet Arena is headed by former NBA player Jackie Robinson. That's his name, Jackie Robinson, who bought what was once the land held upon which the legendary Riviera Hotel resided. It was demolished about, I believe, 6 years ago. And Jackie has had a hard time raising money to build the NBA arena. He's got an interesting concept, but there's a big problem with his concept. And the problem is that he has no casino sponsor. And so because he has no casino sponsor in Las Vegas, right? It strains his ability to raise the necessary funds to build an arena of that kind, because first of all, think about it. If he wants an NBA team to be there, then he's got to have a relationship with the casino, because the NBA wants its tentacles in Sin City because of gambling, sports gambling. So why should they partner with someone or why should they work with someone who started out not wanting a gambling partner when you've got the Oakview Group that has a $10 billion war chest? 10 billion, folks. Billion with a B, okay? So of the competing interests, I would have to say that the Oakview Group has to be front and center, and also for another reason. In Seattle, that expansion will most certainly be into the arena. Of course it will be. That was built by the Oakview Group. So the Oakview Group is poised to take over the market share, if you will, of developers that have a hand in building the new Las Vegas sports industry and sports economic development industry, because they've got, I believe, 12 to 16 arenas under their portfolio already. Talking about the Oakview Group, and it's a real estate investment trust, but then it is not. And I'll explain what a real estate investment trust is in a second, okay? It's hard for me to believe that Jackie Robinson is the front runner over him, unless they merge, which to me is the logical thing to do, because Mr. Robinson has prime property in the Riviera, what was the Riviera site, right? That's definitely worth something. It's worth even more if he develops it properly. But he has said he wants an NBA team, expansion. Or maybe they think an expansion team and an existing team. I highly doubt that. It is possible, though. Look, it is possible. Why? We're talking about Las Vegas. Las Vegas plays host to over 40 million visitors a year. And the way it's going to uptick to 50 million. And I predict it's going to add 1 million people to its metropolitan population within the next 10 years, okay? The next decade. So that's a lot of people. So they're going to go from, 2.2 million now, which is about the size of the East Bay of California, to 3.2 million in a decade. And they'll be well poised to handle an NBA team. 2, that's stretching it. But again, if you take that fact that they have a ton of visitors coming already, let's play a little game, a mind game, a thought experiment. Let's say that you have the Pelicans from New Orleans that make a deal to move into Allnet with Jackie Robinson. And this is just, imagineering. Quite literally, this is imagineering in my head, right? But let's say that Jackie Robinson strikes a deal and the Pelicans wind up moving from New Orleans to Las Vegas, all right? So then you have the expansion team. That's 2 NBA teams. What that brings is the NBA at Las Vegas door. That's right. You will have existing rivalries that will be shifted because the Pelicans will be there. And then you'll have new rivalries that will be built with the expansion organization that is established. And they will be in state-of-the-art, amazing facilities, okay? Absolutely amazing facilities. So that's the kind of, and that possibility is out there because, again, you're not talking about the standard metropolitan area that plays host to maybe 22 million visitors a year at best, right? This is Las Vegas. And Las Vegas is at 40 million visitors a year, up to 42, 44 million record, all right? Which I think is going to top within the next 10 years. And then people are moving to Las Vegas. One of the top city candidates for people leaving San Francisco, in fact, number 2 was Las Vegas. I think number 1 was Austin, Texas. So Las Vegas is poised to be the growing city of the future today. That's what we're looking at. But again, what is it going to be? I remember I said, what is it going to be with Allnet and Jackie Robinson, who I'd love to get on this show, right? What's going to happen with him? And I've got a surprise guest, by the way, for August. I'm going to keep that under wraps as to who it is. I am excited beyond measure that this person's agreed to come on. And I'm going to, like I said, I'm going to keep my powder dry on that one. But getting back to the matter of Seattle and everything. So Allnet is on the old Wet and Wild Water Park just south of Sahara. The Riviera was bought by LCVN. Thank you. Yeah, thank you for the clarification. I appreciate that. He says Allnet was on the old Wet and Wild Water Park. Hey, so I'm glad you provided that clarification for me. Thank you. Where do you see the Allnet in this picture? Because you're saying that the Riviera was bought by the LCVA and it's just been sold to the Siegel Group, right? But Allnet, as recently as April 23rd of this year, told Clark County that they're on track. That they've got, which on track I take it to mean, having only seen one of the instances, we've got financing to build and we're on our schedule. That's really good. The rumor has been that Allnet may be the new arena for the Aces. That would make a lot of sense. Okay. That would make a lot of sense. So the WNBA Aces, that's really great. That's great for Mr. Robinson. That makes a lot of sense. The WNBA gets its home at the Allnet Arena. I'm just wondering, are they going to have a casino partner finally? Because they were trying to do it without a casino partner. And I think without a casino partner, I think without a sponsor, right? And you need a sponsor. The casinos have the money, right? Nothing is from, I understand. This thing has been all over the place for a long time. I saw a video of Jackie Robinson's team giving a presentation, and it was exciting. I'm sorry, it was around the time I think I would just left Las Vegas, and I'm sorry, had I known about it, I would have changed my schedule to be there. But I'm wondering if Jackie Robinson's been able to partner with anybody. Like, for example, it'd be great to have MGM as a sponsor or any other organization, right? Like that. Or you've got we've got Caesars, right? And you've got there's the organization I'm thinking about that owns these different casinos around there. So I could not see it. He says someone said Allnet would include retail and a whole food. Yeah, I saw that part. Right, I saw that part. But what I'm thinking about is a naming sponsor for the arena. Right? Having the Aces will give them a lot of oomph in order to get that sponsor. But I'm wondering who it is, because they said they wanted to do it without gambling. That's what they said. I didn't come up with that. That wasn't like invented in my head. I thought it was absolutely crazy myself. Just do, you know. Now, but there are some people who have issues with gambling, but you can't be in Las Vegas and have issues with gambling. You know what I mean? So that's why I'd like to have Jackie Robinson on the program to really, you know, get him to set the record straight for us, right? That would be great. Thanks for the information. So I got to make sure I got back that. So you're saying that the old Wet and Wild Park is Allnet, just south of the Sahara in Las Vegas. That's what you're saying, right? So, and that the Riviera was bought by the LVCA and has just been sold to the Siegel Group. Right. Thank you for the clarification. I really appreciate that very much. Yeah. So that's my update right now. It's 11 minutes. I said this is going to be a short one. Subscribe to Zenny62 and bookmark opennewsnowblog.com, and I'll be back with more. See ya.